All right, 1, 2, 3. It's the podcast. Welcome to whatever number episode this one is. I couldn't tell you. We are here with the Laced Up Ladies. Go ahead and introduce yourself, starting here.
I'm Jillianne. I am Miss Tallulah Sweets.
I'm Jessica Pace. I'm Emerald Moon.
I'm Alicia Borton, and I am Vodka Honey.
Vodka Honey?
Vodka Honey.
Cool, man. So tell me, who are the Laced Up Ladies? Like, tell me how you began, what started this, and what we're supposed to expect from what you guys got going on.
We are a ragtag group of ladies and non-ladies.
Emphasis on the ragtag.
Yeah. We embrace all shapes and sizes. And we started out as a cabaret group, more or less, and then we really wanted to embrace the true form of burlesque. So now we are embracing that.
So, for people who don't know, can you explain the difference between cabaret and burlesque?
Burlesque is... Oh, how do I explain burlesque? Burlesque actually started in the United States. That's actually...
Something actually started
It
in the
actually
United
started
States?
in the United States, yeah. So, like, over in France, you had... the Moulin Rouge. So the girls were actually, they would come out and they were already naked.
And that was a real place?
Yeah, it's a real place.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they come out naked.
It was just a cool movie for
It's
me.
good. So when it started in the U.S., it actually started in Coney Island. It was a big thing in Coney Island. And the big thing was that the girls actually stripped down in front of people, which was a big deal because stripping in front of people was kind of an intimate act. But the big emphasis through the whole thing was the comedy. It's all about the comedy. So it's how comedians.
So you're expected to laugh while being aroused at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, they go
It's
hand in hand, right?
Best of both worlds.
The best of both
The
worlds.
best of both worlds.
Kaz, you take the next one.
So, the next one was what is burlesque?
Well, go to the next one after that.
I'm sorry, I stomped on your parade.
Well, tell us more about burlesque, because you kind of explained the difference, but so tell us what we are to expect on stage.
Well, we're going to have Amy Peterson is going to actually be our comedian. We're featuring a lady comedian in the area, up and coming. She's hilarious and
So
phenomenal. We're super excited to feature a girl comedian because I feel like they don't get a lot of attention in this area. We are doing numbers that are super sexy. We're doing numbers that are so funny. We actually have issues rehearsing them because we laugh so hard throughout the whole thing.
Well, that's always fun.
Yeah, yeah. Rehearsals are great. We have a great time. So we wanted to like really embrace that true burlesque nature where we have the tease, a lot of the tease. There's some girls that are going to get all the way down to a thong and pasties, and we even got some nipple twirling going on
Really?
with the tassels.
Got that down, huh?
Yeah. We had a whole rehearsal last week with that one. Tassels flying everywhere. And then we have some girls that are only getting down to like a crop top and shorts.
Whatever you're most comfortable with.
Yeah. And that's our big thing is you do what makes you comfortable. Just do it sexy and be funny.
Yeah.
Cool. And how do you think this is going to impact this small town of Jamestown, which is, I think, is kind of growing with everything that's going on? So how's this going to add to that experience?
Burlesque has been around forever. Like, for a really long time, burlesque has been around. And its roots are in comedy. And Jamestown is the home of the comedy center.
Yes.
Like, that's what it is. So,
Which I've yet to go in. I should probably do that.
ditto. We actually said we were going to make it a group thing. We were all going to go in
will.
together because some really famous comedians got their start in burlesque because they were the comedians and then they had their straight men. And then the girls would dance in between.
Really?
So we think that's a really important part of comedy that doesn't get talked about a lot. And maybe it's because of the boobs. Like, people shy away
Everyone
because
should
of the
always
boobs.
talk about boobs.
And
Always.
they should.
Yeah.
They're just boobs.
They're there for a reason.
So we wanted, that was really important to us, and that's what we keep trying to emphasize too. And that's another reason why we wanted to talk to you guys, is to emphasize, like, this is a part of comedy's history. If you
Which I
want to
didn't
talk
know.
about the history of comedy, you have to talk about burlesque. You have to.
I'm fine with talking about burlesque.
And I think with Jamestown, with Jamestown being so small, there's a huge disconnect between the idea of burlesque being a sexual thing and the idea of, it being very taboo and the stripping, and people kind of frown upon that. But if you realize when you come to our show or anything that we do, if you're not laughing and at us and with us, you know, it kind of takes away from it. But it's more of a funny thing, and we're not trying to. It's more than just the boobs, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
The boobs
That
are
is a big
great.
It's not
selling
just
point.
Yeah,
the
boobs
boobs.
are a huge selling point, obviously.
Yeah, the striptease is a huge
So if someone
Yeah.
goes and
Of
has a
course.
bad time, it's because they wanted to have a bad
Exactly.
They wanted,
Yeah.
they
Attitude.
wanted to come in having a bad
Yeah.
time. Because, like I said, we have numbers
There's
that we
something there
can't
for
even
everybody.
get through without laughing.
Yeah.
Because we have so much fun doing it.
Winnie the
Even
Pooh
during
has
live
titties.
performance?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
Say that
has
again?
We
titties.
said Winnie the Pooh has titties. So I mean, if you can go in there,
We're going, Paul.
Yeah, if you go into it and you're not laughing your ass off, I mean,
Michael Myers.
yeah, I will.
I
Pee
gotta
Michael
get-
Myers
I gotta
is
get you one of
twirling.
those masks.
Yeah, I will pee my pants during that one.
Now, is
Luckily-
everybody wearing masks?
No.
So you'll see people's faces.
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
and that's the only one I am wearing a mask.
Yeah.
All the other ones I'm.
Was it a
It
good
just
idea?
it just makes it so
Yeah.
much
Oh, gotcha.
better.
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems
It-
like it would be better.
Oh,
It
it's
adds
amazing.
the comedy.
Yeah.
That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys just laugh even harder because you actually.
Yeah, we know
what
what's
my
going
face
on
is gonna
underneath
be,
the
right?
mask.
You make funny faces.
Yeah.
And noises and yeah.
You wear mics or anything, or is it all just show?
No, it's all just
So,
show.
yeah.
Right
Okay.
now, yeah. Eventually,
future.
we'd like to get some singing, but yeah.
Did you ever consider live music and doing it behind a live?
Like Chicago.
We would love to. We actually talked about it before the group really started expanding. We talked about how we would love to someday have like our 5-year goal is to have like our own burlesque club
Yeah.
and do it almost like
Here in Jamestown?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and do like
Wow,
a
cool.
speakeasy style
Only
and
the Winter
have
Garden was still there.
and have like a live band playing and playing our music and sing. We have some phenomenal voices in the group,
We do,
so it would
yeah.
be fun to be able to eventually someday.
Grow into
I
that.
just hope you have that big band sound when it happens.
Yeah.
Would have to, yeah.
So you got the show coming up. It's October 11th.
Yep.
Well, what else you got going on after that, or what is for the future?
We're working on an anti-Valentine's Day show. Right around Valentine's Day.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Of course.
We want to do another one based on the 7 Deadly Sins. That's the one I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
I know. We have quite a few ideas.
We do.
Disney villains,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
putting a naughty twist on Disney.
Which there already is one, but let's make it worse.
Let's make it worse. Not so subtle. So yeah, and it's we have a lot of ideas. So now it's just
Talk about
Well, it's
it
better
every
to
day.
have ideas and not stay stagnant. You gotta
Oh,
keep going.
yeah.
Creativity.
We talk about it every day.
yeah. Guys, this is what I thought of
Is
last
there a
night.
big group text or
Just
something?
yeah. Oh yeah. We have us, and then there's a group. We have our group too.
Keep the conversation flowing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It never ends.
We do a lot of the.
If you have a
marketing and
couple,
stuff.
so that if you want to talk,
Yes.
shit about something
Yeah, we're
else,
like, hey,
be
did
like,
you
can you
notice
believe
so
what she
and so
said?
seems really sad. We should reach out to them.
Oh, it's
We
all
do the
supportive.
marketing and
Yeah.
everything, so
Yeah.
we like to.
Yeah, we
make
have a
sure that we
separate
stay
one
in
for
touch.
marketing and organizing and planning and coordinating and
Which one are you in?
all of them.
That's quite literally.
I do more of the behind the scenes type stuff. I'll coordinate the venues and the music and get everything situated, and then Jillian takes it from there. She's the face of it.
Yeah, 'cause she started.
She did, yeah. Yeah, in 2014.
2012, I tried to start like burlesque workshop, and we had trouble getting it out there. We had trouble getting it marketed. We had trouble getting people to come. So it kind of fizzled out, and then I became a mom, and then it was, a thing. And then when we started the cabaret group and we were doing some shows, I had a couple people in the group who were in the same frame of mind as me, where they were like, we should actually go for broke. We should do a true burlesque group. And then we kind of grew from there. We had auditions, and like the girls that are in this group now are like,
They're amazing.
yeah, they're
And it's such an eclectic
my
group of
family.
people from different backgrounds and different experiences, and we just have such a wide variety, and they're not all female, which is really kind of neat.
and we range from 21 years old to 48 years old, and we range from
So you definitely have to be a legal adult.
21.
We-
The show is 21.
yes, of course.
yeah,
Gotta
you
be
have
able to have a
18
shot
plus.
with them after hours.
This show on October 11th is 21 plus,
Yeah.
because we are serving beer and wine. So you have to be 21 plus to come in. We looked up the nudity laws in New York State to make sure that we were not going to get charged.
Did you get a lot of weird ads on your Facebook after that?
Surprisingly, no.
Not a weird question.
No, surprisingly, not really. You've gotten some weird ones, though.
I mean,
when you sent me shots of Wish popping out.
Yeah, that might not be from Googling nudity laws. That might be from the Cheeky Boutique.
Oh, yeah.
The Cheeky Boutique?
The Cheeky Boutique. So I own and operate the Cheeky Boutique, small lingerie shop here in downtown Jamestown. I also I hawk sex toys too, I guess.
Say that louder?
Yeah. I carry
louder for the ones in the back.
Small variety of adult novelty toys and things of that nature. So I did a lot of the costuming for the girls for both the show and for photographs and things of that nature. They get a lot of their pieces from me, and I also have Halloween costumes, and it's a lot of fun.
And dildos.
And yes.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I'll say
I have a variety of those, yes. And I can get my hands on almost anything. So if you need anything.
Anything you need, the Cheeky Boutique, downtown Jamestown. Check it out.
Good plug.
Yeah.
So where is this show on October 11th? And where can we? Where do we gotta go?
Venue 31 North Main Street. Beautiful little venue. It's a little more intimate, a little more personal. We didn't want to go huge. We want to make it a little more personal for our debut show as the Laced Up Ladies. We want everybody to be able to see. We want everybody to be able to enjoy. So it's limited. We have, I think, very limited number of pre-sale tickets left at $10 a piece, and then at the door they're going to be $15 a piece.
Well, that's not bad at all.
No.
And there's parking too. So if you've ever driven past it, I think it's the old Carlson Jewelers, but it's right across from the parking garage. So they're First Street.
The bridge that was closed.
The viaduct.
The bridge
Yeah,
that was closed down forever.
Lake Erie Railroad or whatever.
There?
Yeah, so it's venue. It's got a little black awning and it says Venue 31 on the side.
Okay, I know where that is.
It's a very classy little place. The group that owns Venue 31 is also actually doing the haunting at the mall. So if you get a chance.
Another plug there for you guys.
Yeah.
Plugging left and right here.
Shameless.
We love Halloween.
We do.
Obviously.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, clearly. She's cute.
Theme my outfit.
She's good at this.
I had to theme my outfit. I'm a sucker for a theme.
Do you want to plug real quick, Jess?
Plug what?
Oh,
we got our merch
are.
Where are we?
So we are filming at Pace Promotional Solutions. It's my mom's company. My mom, she opened this I think 5 years ago now. She's been doing her own thing.
She's a lovely lady.
And I started working with her recently. And I decided, I think, to do Burlesque, I don't even remember, to do their shirts. And so the shirts came from me. I did them. Yeah.
And we'll have those available pre-sale and at the venue as well.
Prices on that?
Yeah. $12 pre-sale. We have small to 2X, and they're the unisex size. We can get them larger. Yeah. And then $15 at the.
I mean, hey, if we sell them, I mean, we'll get more sizes and we'll get more shirts.
Yeah, supply and demand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I can't ever get shirts anywhere.
You're wearing a shirt right now. You got
I know, right?
Shows, concerts, they never have my size.
I got you a hat though.
So you got me the hat.
Zoom in on that hat. I
Plug
bought that
for
for you.
Jose.
And the best metal band ever, Gojira. So back to the reason why we're here. So you guys have workshops and stuff like that. Who can show up to these workshops? And do you have to be of age?
The workshops we do more of it's fine. It's Love Your Body Burlesque. We do it at Samsara Yoga right on 2nd Street. Those ones are the third Friday of every month at 6:30. And those ones we do a little bit of the fundamentals of burlesque, but we don't strip.
Yeah.
So we talk about it. We talk about, embracing your body and finding your own version of sexy and trying to help people love themselves.
So this is definitely like an empowerment.
Yeah, that's a big thing about burlesque.
Yeah.
Everybody in this group we're all different shapes and sizes. I mean, I'm a mother of 2, and I fully admit I am not as tiny as I used to be because I had 2 children. So,
I just eat tacos.
Tacos for life.
But I'll get up there and, you know.
I can identify. I don't have kids, so I didn't really quite get that. But tacos.
Yeah.
No, I have kids.
I
but
like
tacos.
ice cream.
I know mine's ice cream.
Mine's ice cream. We're talking about
I'm
weaknesses.
sorry. We're gonna have that conversation.
But the way my body moves, because I have 0 experience in dance, like whatsoever, and that will become painfully obvious when you watch me dance.
You want to be part of the comedy?
I am the comedy.
I am the comedy. No,
But then
she's not.
Jill, who's been dancing for forever, you know, and just your body is just opposite, like polar opposite of mine, and just the way, you know, because you're so comfortable and you've taught me to become so comfortable with myself, the way they like cohesively
It's
combine.
pretty amazing how someone who has absolute no dance background, and I've been dancing since I was 4. I've been, you know, taking actual
Long
classes
time.
since I was 4. Yeah, a few years, just a couple.
Couple 2, 3.
Just 2, 3. But it's fun to see how the 2 of us, we do an act together, and I mean, for the most part, we basically, you know,
Take our clothes
just
off.
take our clothes off. But it's so fluid that
Yeah.
it's really fun, and it's kind of pretty to see how like these 2 complete opposite people come together and make this beautiful cohesive thing.
Kind of excited to see this.
You should be.
Oh, I'm gonna go. Obviously,
You should
you've been
be
talking
excited.
yourself now for like 20 minutes. I want to go. Paul's going
It's
too.
worth checking out.
It is, definitely.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of stole away from our next question.
Oh.
You know,
You know.
That's okay.
but we could do that.
Life happens.
So, would you consider this kind of like glorified stripping, or what? What do you consider it?
No, I always say the difference between like strippers and burlesquers
It's the
is
pole.
well, we don't have any of those. Those girls are.
I mean,
shit,
honestly,
though.
if there
Yeah.
was
Oh,
a
dear
poll,
God.
I think that it would
That
be
would be comedy
incorporated.
right
We've
there,
seen
because
We're
this
not
one-
Some
counting
talent
that
out there.
out.
We're not
There's
counting
definitely
that
some
out.
talent.
Yeah.
We're not counting
Maybe
that.
seasons
Because to
to
be
play that in
honest,
the
if I could
future.
learn, I would probably do that.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, exactly.
I would do
It
it.
looks
It'll help your core.
Oh
It'll
my
definitely help
God.
your core.
Oh,
Yeah.
those girls.
It's a great exercise.
That's the other thing. I'm not messing. They'll kick my ass.
They will.
You seen those girls? Goddamn.
And they'll look amazing.
Yeah, I've seen a
Yeah.
couple strippers on a pole once. And, you know.
Watching
Handful
like
of times.
they have competitions, pole
They do.
dancing competitions, and they're actually really awesome. They don't
Like here?
strip. That's not the
No.
point of
There's
it.
a
They're
local
just
group in-
they
Is
wear
there?
spandex and like a
Oh, yeah.
sports bra, and they
Yeah.
do awesome
They
stuff.
do
on
these
a
things
pole.
and
It's freaking awesome.
they like defy gravity. It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah.
It is. It's,
But-
it's amazing.
So they'd probably kick my ass.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But it's not glorified stripping. It's. I know. I had to go back. I'm like, gosh,
Anyways,
better go back to the question.
There was a point. Yeah.
There was a point to this. The strip is a part of it, but it's all in the tease. I tell every girl that does this, I don't care if you only take off a single glove in a song. Make it a good one. Make it so good that when you end it, people are like,
Can she do that again?
holy
Yeah.
shit.
Wow, I just need to see that.
wait, put that glove back on one more
thumb.
time and take it
Because,
off
and
one
that's
more
the
time.
thing is if you watch like True Burlesque and you read the stories, and I mean it was all about like the whole reason why they started wearing gloves is because the girl had arthritis and her fingers were all deformed, so she put gloves on to hide it. But I think it's April March always said like the number one thing you take off first is you take off your gloves. Use your teeth, pull it off, make it a thing. Like don't just yoink. You know,
Like a stripper
everything.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't just pull it off. I mean, it's a full, you do every single finger, you use those teeth.
It's
you-
very expressive.
Slide it
Every
up and let it
movement
go.
is
Very
extremely
intimate.
expressive and
Yeah.
intimate.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
But we love strippers too. I mean, a couple of our
Who
dancers.
doesn't love
Yeah.
strippers?
Yeah. Sex workers are workers too. So I mean, we don't want to discount
bless
them.
No, they're not discounted
No,
at all.
No.
No, they're not discounted.
Not
No, you
at
pay
all.
full price.
Sometimes.
But you can get pre-sale.
You gotta get them on
tickets,
sale.
Resale tickets at a
Got
If you pee, I'm not cleaning it up.
That's a thing.
If you're into that,
I
that
know,
might be at the
you
show at one point
Oh,
in the future.
Lord.
You never know.
Good.
What are we talking about?
Stuff. We're talking about a lot of stuff. Well, let's talk about what do people expect to see at the Halloween show coming up?
They should
Titties
expect
and beer.
that too.
Is there going to be cheese though? Because there should
We're not
definitely be
having
some cheese.
snacks this time.
Oh.
I know.
Sorry, we're not gonna feed you.
doing the pumpkin
Go get
seed.
some
we are
food
doing
at a
pumpkin
local
seed.
restaurant. We'll plug in. There's a lot of local restaurants
Go for it.
downtown. I don't know.
Start listening.
Elaborate.
There's a lot of them. I don't know them.
Sauce, Gialli,
Sauce,
Forte,
Forte,
Taco Hut,
sushi.
Brazil.
Yes,
El
that
Jarocho,
There you
Oh,
go.
Havana.
Jarocho is my jam.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
I got him to go the other day for the first time.
That's bomb.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
the brewery's open now.
Oh, yeah.
And the brewery,
Jamestown
that's
Brewery
open.
Company.
I need to go there and have a burger. I hear their burgers.
You
are
can get
phenomenal.
alcohol there too, I believe.
Yeah.
That's a
Yes,
fact.
So
They
there's
have
something
license
called like a
there.
Fritz there or something. I like that. That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
We all just turned and looked at you.
You started talking.
Oh, why?
Okay.
All right, but you still didn't tell us what was to be expected. Actually.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Titties and beer, they
We
say.
have-
That's so short. And
We have a lot of different numbers varying. We have comedic numbers with serial killers. We have really sweet, sexy numbers. Everything is more Halloween themed
Which is my
or a
favorite holiday.
costume. It's our favorite holiday too. That's why we did it.
We have some group numbers and some solo numbers and some, 2 or 3 like little group numbers. And then of course Amy in between all of them.
Yeah.
Somebody dies.
Was that like a giveaway? Were you not supposed to say that?
I don't know. I had to stop.
It's too late
Yeah, no,
now.
it's fine.
Well,
You could bleep that.
I
part,
like
right?
it.
don't worry about it. Paul won't get this out till after the show.
Why do I diss you like that? Jacks. I was going to say jackasses, but you didn't deserve that.
Jacks. You Jacks. I'm totally using that from now on. You Jack.
Yeah.
Hugh Jack?
You missed that whole thing, didn't
We're
you?
just gonna like
You weren't even
Hugh
listening.
Jackman. Hugh Jackman.
What the
I
hell?
don't know. That's where it
We
was.
just
That just escalated all the way to
Yeah.
celebrity status.
Yeah, so that's what's to expect.
I mean, this is the greatest show. Oh.
I'm looking forward to it. Kaz
It
and I are
really
definitely
should
going.
be a good time.
Good.
We're
Yeah,
going.
I had a good time just doing this.
Yeah.
You should go.
You know?
It's
And we didn't even
better.
take our clothes off.
I know.
Yet.
Cut.
Wait.
1, 2, 3, and we're done.
Whoa, wait a second.
I'm not.
What's
I'm
behind
not-
curtain number 1?
Right?
Oh no, we can't do that.
No, we
That's
can't.
funny.
They were actually considering. We were joking.
Oh, that was a joke.
Comedy.
So
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
let's wrap this up, ladies. Let's throw out the thanks to all the people that we need to thank for this show that you guys are putting on here. Go ahead and thank the peeps.
A big one that I would personally like to thank really big is Samsara Yoga for letting us into their studio
Yeah.
twice a week for rehearsals and then another night once a month to teach our workshop. They embraced us and took us in even with what we're doing. They were so excited to have us and we're excited to be there. It's a beautiful studio.
It
So
really
they're
is.
first and foremost who I would
I'll
like
have
to
to check
thank.
that out and look
Yeah.
through the window when we
You
leave.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out their Instagram.
Right
It's
there.
Samsara Yoga Center.
I think
Yoga.
so, yeah.
I
something
think I'll
like that.
find it.
Yeah.
I should look it up. I shouldn't have said that. I should be 100%
We're gonna
positive.
need you to cut that one
Hold on.
Oh,
You guys keep talking.
To the next one.
out. We want to thank Venue 31, who once again didn't hesitate.
Not at all.
We went to him and said, "This is what we'd like to do," and he said, "Cool."
Yeah.
It was just like that.
Yeah. He was like,
I
"Cool."
can't tell
here's
you how many emails and phone calls were made, and as soon as we say the word burlesque, like I said, everybody just kind of freezes up, like, yeah, no, we can't do that here. Our regulars won't like it. But no.
If you ever
Scott-
want to, you can just come into my establishment, the Wine Cellar, on Main Street, and just do a show.
Perfect.
We won't kick you out, I promise.
That's excellent. We will
No, quite literally.
actually 100% take you up on that, so I hope you
Yeah,
guys don't get-
seriously.
Yeah, we're fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also, I know it sounds silly, but I want to thank, all of our families, all of us girls' families.
That put up with us.
Yeah, that put up with us. And, my husband's putting the kids to bed tonight so I can be here. And,
What a great guy.
yeah, and,
Great guy.
they don't hesitate.
And they don't care that
Oh,
we're
They don't care that we're...
booby tasseling on
Yeah, when I go home and I go, look what I can do, and I twirl one and then I twirl the
I
other.
bet you he's really excited about that.
He kind of chuckled. He was like, "That's great, babe."
Go to bed.
Do you wake him up to do that?
No, he was sitting on the couch.
Okay.
Honey.
Honey, look what I can do! Beep, 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 but I can't do them together.
In his face.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
I'd be okay with being woken up that way. Kelsey.
You know she don't watch these things.
No, she doesn't.
So
Watch
how
her-
old do
watch
we
her
have to
watch
be to
this
go to
one.
the venue?
You have to be 21. For 21 plus
I'm out.
to come to the
child.
show.
You child.
Because there is alcohol. There's going to be
But
alcohol
no
present.
cheese.
And no cheese.
But no
I'm
cheese.
gonna buy-
Can I bring a
legit.
cheese
I'm
platter?
just gonna like.
Go ahead,
yeah.
bring your own
I'm just gonna
food.
buy you a block of cheese
BYOF.
and have it ready for you.
Well, that'd be great.
Bring your
Brie,
cheese.
maybe?
BYO.
Something.
Okay. I was just gonna
Maybe
go
just
for
a
sharp
cheese ball
cheddar.
for me.
Sharp cheddar's cool.
You know, little cheese balls you can get
With the crackers.
Yeah, with
I don't
the
need the
crackers.
cracker, but it helps. It enhances it.
I mean,
I mean,
if you want to bring your own food, there's no tables. Don't make a mess.
We have little cocktail tables.
Yeah.
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 What kind of boozes? Beer and wine?
Beer and
And
wine.
wine. Maybe cider.
Maybe cider.
Is it gluten free? Gotta think about those people.
Mm-hmm.
White Claw, truly.
Thanks for reminding us.
You're welcome.
I knew it would go quiet. Is it
That's the
gluten-free?
bar-
None of them thought about
No,
that.
literally.
You're welcome.
You're amazing, man. Saving lives.
We're not a peanut-free establishment either.
There's,
Well,
there's-
yeah, I don't know if
there's
there's
usually-
peanuts.
there's usually signs on
I
the door for
literally.
that.
True.
I
Yeah.
think I just ate peanut stuff like the other day. Like again. I don't
Peanut
know.
stuff?
He almost
Like
died.
peanut
She almost
butter?
Are you not supposed to have peanuts?
I don't know.
She almost died.
She almost
Oh.
died. We almost lost her.
Yeah.
Well, don't do that. No
Before
more
she
peanuts for
actually makes her
you. No more
debut.
peanuts.
We
We
don't know
stage.
it's peanuts, people.
I know. Do we tell? That's the only.
We're just going to give her whole medical history here before we wrap this up.
Let's not.
You started it. All right. Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
This has been a fun experience. We have laughed a lot already with just this.
October 11th.
Yeah.
Venue 31, 8 to 10, no cheese,
Unfortunately.
beer and wine, no, and
Life
booze.
sucks.
Cheese is important, okay?
I'm telling you. I'm
Beer
really
and tits,
You know what?
guys.
I'll bring the cheese.
I'm gonna have
Thank you, Jess.
I'm gonna have
All
a
right,
block
thank
of
you.
cheese sitting there, and if you don't show up, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna switch my shift that day.
I'm gonna need a block of cheese and
What night is
right,
it? Is that a-
Jose.
It's a
on it.
Friday.
It's a Friday.
Friday
Yeah, it's
night?
Friday night.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys don't have a show that day, do you?
Yeah, our show.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, they don't know. So, all right, guys,
It's canceled.
count down with me. 1, 2,
Two,
3.
three.
We're out.
I forgot the one.